Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the first ever broadcasting of Ignite, sparking world topics across your campus. I'm Demis Samoyo.
And I'm Alethea Holmes.
Delivering you your weekly batch of things you should know about. Let's get started.
A senior Israeli military official said that Israel's military advocate General Corps has ordered criminal investigations into 5 possible acts of misconduct on part of Israeli forces in the 50-day Gaza war. This action is said by the New York Times to possibly be an attempt to preempt an investigation of possible war crimes commissioned by the United Nations Human Rights Council.
President Obama seeks to authorize airstrikes against the Islamic terrorist group known as ISIS, located in Syria. The president stated that he wants the American people to understand how this effort will be different from the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan, stressing that it will not involve American combat troops fighting on foreign soil. Many believe that this is a direct response to ISIS's public assassination of the 2 American journalists, James Foley and Steven Sotloff.
In Ukraine, President Petro Poroshenko of Ukraine said, based on the latest information I have received from our intelligence services, 70% of the Russian troops have moved back across the border. He believes that since the bulk of Russian forces have withdrawn, it increases the chance for a lasting ceasefire in the southeast.
Anytime a new way to express our individuality to the masses arises, children, students, and even celebrities alike flock to their digital screens to convey their opinions. Yik-Yak, a social media app much like Twitter, only with anonymous handles, is sweeping the Lee University campus by storm. Students everywhere feel the need to express their freedom of speech and proclaim grandiose statements such as, "I can't find my car keys," and "Man, this water fountain tastes great." Yet what would happen when you put a mask on a campus centered solely around Christianity? We sent Jordan Dickinson into the heart of the campus to discover what your opinions on this new sensational app are.
Yik-Yak is the latest mobile app to hit Lee University. I'm Jordan Dickinson with iGnite. I went around and asked students what they thought about this new social media frenzy.
I just downloaded the app, and it looks like it's basically a new form of Twitter, but your name isn't tied to it, so any yak you send out is anonymous.
I got it a couple of days ago, and I used it a lot at first, but not so much anymore because there's a lot of ignorance on there.
Well, what kind of social impact do they think it might have on our campus?
It's interesting, and it's good for a laugh in between classes for right now, but people are starting to get a little obnoxious since their name isn't tied to it, so I'll probably get tired of it pretty quickly.
It can have both. Negative meaning as in it puts down people and it gets a little crazy at night. And then positive because there are some positive things on there, whatever, about our campus.
All in all, Yik-Yak has managed to make both a positive and negative impact on our campus. This is Jordan Dickinson signing off.
There are times in which we all abandon our college education and pick up the trade of professional movie critiquing. Yet not all of us may feel that our opposing comments are validated in thematic truth. So to aid in your ever-growing pursuit for the knowledge of film, we interviewed 2 professors to get their word on what makes a film good.
The first thing I would say is a focus on the story of a character, not an over-reliance on special effects, music, etc., but a real engagement with the character. The form of the film, its cinematography, its sound, should help us to get to that point of understanding the character and also understanding how complex our experience of life is. Those are all things that I guess I've found in films that I really love and that I felt, not just films that I enjoy, but films that have actually been spiritually formative for me and have really taught me more about myself, about life, and about God.
There's really 5 things that I think make a good film great. The number 1 thing is story. Story should always be king. If you have a really strong story to tell, the audience can relate to your story. They can latch onto that, they can be involved, they can be engaged for the duration of the film. Second is characters, character development. Characters should always be strong and relatable. You should want to be that hero, or you should relate to that person who's going through that tragedy. Film is an audio-visual medium, so every picture should look like a painting. Every frame of the film should look like a painting. And on the audio side, you should be able to use all of your resources to help further along the story, and audio often gets overlooked for that. Sound is 50% of the motion picture experience, so that should always be thought out when you're shooting a film. So the great films have great sound. And finally, there should be a really great message that you can take away from the film. The film can be about one thing, and really, the underlying message can be something totally different. So it's that strong underlying message that is really important, and I think that's what makes a great film.
Big thanks to all those who are watching today. For more info, just go to leeclarion.com. I'm Denise Moyle, signing off of Ignite. We'll see you next week.